The Department of Fine Arts and Visual Communication are hosting the Art of Italy in the main lobby of the Visual Arts Building. Students and faculty who spent time over the summer in Italy are presenting the pieces they worked on while learning about the culture in Italy.
The Art of Italy exhibit is a collection of artwork, drawings, photographs, prints, sculptures by students and faculty that went on the Art of Italy Study Abroad trip this past June. We visited Rome, Venice, Florence, and the cities of Siena, Orvieto, and Padua. And this is just kind of a collection of like the shared experience kind of visually. I taught a drawing course over there. I teach a drawing course each year that we go. And other faculty teach photography and art history as well.
If you're interested in checking out the event yourself, the Art of Italy will be on display through October 6th. Students interested in taking the trip next year can contact the Office of Continuing Studies. For Mastodon Student News, I'm Will Beeman.
On Monday, November 13th, the Office of International Education hosted a Golden Burma Lunch and Culture presentation. As the students ate the amazing lunch catered by a local restaurant, they were able to learn all about the culture from an international student herself, Honey.
So we have a very big community of Burmese here, and they're refugees, and everyone, they're either refugees or the people that came from Burma, and sometimes there can misunderstanding can happen. So for example, if the locals here doesn't know about the cultures and everything, some misunderstandings can happen, and the relationship won't be good both on both sides with the locals and the Burmese community. This event was put up for the bridge to form a big bridge between the American students here and the Burmese students here, because we have so much difference, and sometimes one time we had an article where the neighbor, one of the American neighbors, was upset about the Burmese neighbor because of the colors that they use for the house and everything. So I want everyone to become one instead of having different, instead of not talking to each other. I want the international students, not just the Burmese, but the international students, the local students, to bond together and form a community here in Fort Wayne.
Honey discussed how the country differs from the U.S.
It's a big difference because the first thing would be the religion. So most of the Americans here are mostly Christians and everything, but in Burma, we're kind of old-fashioned, where just like I mentioned in the PowerPoint, we have really strict traditional clothes when we're going to pagodas or shrines or temples.
Make sure to check out This Week at IPFW and the event calendar to see if there are any other upcoming culture presentations you may want to stop by and attend. Signing off for Mastodon Student News, I'm Maggie Conley.
On Wednesday, April 5th, Tobacco Free Allen County and the Resource Center held a presentation called Breaking Up with a Friend That Kills.
The LGBTQ community smokes and uses tobacco products, all kinds of tobacco products, disproportionately more than the non-LGBTQ community, and the impact that has on our community, the mortality rates, and the fact that then the tobacco companies make a lot of money off of us, which they then use to actually fight civil rights of LGBTQ people. And trying to raise some consciousness around that and sort of, why are we doing this to ourselves? Because we're losing 80 people a day to tobacco use. I think a lot of it has been the marketing from the tobacco industry that early on, back in the 90s, when other companies weren't so much interested in marketing to the queer community, Big Tobacco stepped in and said, hey, we'll be your friends. Let's show you how we think you're cool and you're great and we'll accept you. And of course, the community was starved for those kinds of messages. So it was really easy to feel like, hey, this product likes us, let's like it. But I think social isolation plays a big role too, and people socializing through, using the cigarette as a way to connect with people.
Information was presented to students about tobacco use in the LGBTQ community and steps one can take to help lower and potentially end the use of tobacco.
So education, like I'm doing here today, that's the big one, and then helping people who already are addicted to nicotine get help to quit. Sending them to the quit line, getting them involved in local smoking cessation classes, giving them all kinds of resources, information about what it takes to actually quit.
From Mastodon Student News, I'm Sarah Wegman.